Be a nun.
So that's where you want me to go with that. And I don't like going there with that. But you're telling me if I want to be married, if I want to have children, if I want a father for my child, then I need to go pick a man of another race because the black man definitely will abandon me.
Damn.
That's it.
No, that's not necessarily true. I think there's a lower sector.
Hold on, next phases. Let's get on TD a chance. He got a response for you as well.
Yeah, bro, I get where you coming from, but oh man, okay, so like I've been exposed, and some of with the red pill, I've been in that, reading it, some of the early people that talked about it. I'm talking about all the way, like we talking about early 2000s. So I've seen quite a bit of it. The problem with a lot of guys, unfortunately, is they only take like the surface level points of red pill, and they don't touch any of the deeper, more involved stuff, such as the personal responsibility and accountability. You're taught that yes, women can get over on you, but you're also taught that as a man, you're supposed to be on the lookout and move accordingly and not put yourself in situations where you can be taken advantage of. So as soon as you see something that doesn't serve you, that's looking kind of shady, you're supposed to remove yourself from it. And unfortunately, too many men are not doing that and getting in these situations and having these problems when all they really need to do is just wait a minute. You know what? This is not good. I'm gonna get out. And they don't, and not enough men who talk about the red pill even go that far into it, because that was an important part of it. It wasn't just, oh, women evil, watch out. No, it was also, as a man, you have quite a bit of control over your life. So you have to start taking control of your life and start making good decisions for your advantage.
Next phases, 100 watts. Anybody disagree?
I would say I don't think that they're trying to act like that women are trying to take advantage of them necessarily. I think that they're just not. The women are not making themselves suitable to fit.
See that right there. That's the problem. You went back to the women.
Yeah, and the guys are not as well. But I would say when they're speaking from a male perspective,
all these women that these guys claim to want, these women are out here, and they make themselves known when you are a man that woman wants. And too many men are still too focused on getting women to trying to convince women that they like, who don't like them, to get down with their program. Touching on the Shannon Sharp situation, he's a trick. He did the whole thing where he's like, I'm going to date my wage. That shows that you have no game, you have no personality, you have no character, you have nothing about you that would make you attracted to women outside of your money. And then wonder why you getting caught up like this over your money. Dudes are not understanding that part of that red pill ideology was to teach men to value themselves and to carry themselves like they value themselves. So you don't end up in the baby mama, baby daddy situations because you were smart with how you move. You weren't just having unprotected sex and just leaving babies and women at random and then saying, well, she won't let me see my kid. I'm pretty sure she's shown you things when you were dealing with her that would let you know she probably would have been a headache to deal with, but no, you went on and did it anyway. That's not the woman's fault. That's you, because you ignored the flag.
So what red pill content creators are just going out here and just procreating like out of control?
Hold on, next phase. I want to get to that question. And shout out to Sugar Bum. We're gonna make sure we get Sugar Bum her wrench. But next, I do want your opinion specifically on this next part of the video, which is why do you believe black women have a problem with black men dating white women? Which is what that was the topic that Anton and his panel was speaking about. Let's get to it.
The women a question that feel like this. Do y'all feel like y'all can compete against white women?
I never really thought it was a competition. That's not to say one is better than the other, but I mean,
yeah, because y'all competing for the best available man, right? I mean, life is a competition. Like, if this man is off the market, then that means that he's not available. One of the things that you just said was, well, I ain't gonna get into that. But y'all feel as though
a lot of black women want to date black men.
But do
And
y'all
I
think y'all
think
can
that
compete with
I
white
think
women?
that is a disservice for black women, because I think they limit themselves by limiting themselves just to one race, right?
Let me ask the ladies here. TMKC, I'll start with you, then I go to Nay and Black Dahlia, and then I'll circle back to the men.
Yes, sir.
TMKC, do you feel like you have to compete with white women?
No, and I'm not going to.
Damn. Can you elaborate?
I don't compete at all. So if there's somebody that comes along that wants the guy that I like and we're not in a relationship, then shoot their shot and I'll back away. Because I probably wasn't really interested anyway. I like being alone.
Okay, so same question I'm going to pose to Nay. Nay, do you feel like you have to compete with white women?
Child, please. Child, please. You do everything to look like me. I don't do everything to look like you.
Exactly.
I'm gonna leave it at that.
You can't make this shit up.
Do you think we should be competing, Darrel? That's a question.
No.
Okay.
I don't see any reason why black women would have to compete with white women. As my wife know, I'm not interested in white women at all. So that's never been a situation for me. Now, we got my brother Sac Passe. Shout out to Sac Passe and shout out to everybody at Bomb Squad. And speaking of Bomb, we wishing her a speedy recovery.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Has
Absolutely.
anybody heard anything? Because I was all on her page yesterday asking her to tell us an update because it's been 5 days.
I think she's been back on panels, but I'm not sure. I can't quantify that but I think I saw her somewhere afterwards. But I have to recheck. I've been really, really, really busy working. Nevertheless, I don't believe that my wife ever has to compete with a white woman. I don't believe none of the black women that I know have to compete with white women, because most of the men like I know, like myself and 100 Watts, we usually going after black women. I'm speaking for men that I know, right? So maybe next phases and TD have that same preference, but I can't speak for them. But I've known him enough, and he's known me long enough to know I've mostly dated black women. As a matter of fact, I prefer darker skinned women, chocolate women. You know what I'm saying? So when I see a dark skinned woman, it's almost a matter of fact I'm going to be going. That's a fact. That's a super fact. If she got body, et cetera, it's over. She got me. All right, so like my wife, she's brown skinned and she's extremely curvy. I would say slim thick.
Yeah.
And that's why we married and she's pregnant now.
I was trying to say that's the only curve I seen, but okay. I'm just playing gently.
Hey, I just want to say that on the internet, shout out to D, because there are black women that speak positive about the woman that's next to them. The internet has this thing of making it seem like black men don't know how to appreciate their women. It does exist. That's all. Excuse me. Sorry.
I feel appreciated. I do every single day. My husband is really great. He's really wonderful. He has patience with me. He has understanding with me. He keeps me calm because he's calm. He definitely sets the tone for sure, and it's easier for me to follow it. But he's not selfish either. So, but yeah, I love this man.
Yeah, I love you too, babe. I feel like and you know what I'm saying, again, I've known 100 Watts a long time. So, you know, and I'll say this, right? Next phase is all the gentlemen listening. Bro, I used to go off the wall. I used to crash out about any and everything, bro. You know what I'm saying? And look, 100 Watts said, bro, I used to crash out about any and everything, Joe, because I just...
Playboy would go live for 7 days straight and wreck your shit.
Yeah, bro. I'm much more calmer now. And you know, it's crazy, Watts. I lost a lot of friends. I lost a lot of people I cared about. And I lost a lot of money because of myself. You feel me? So niggas had to really sit back and self-reflect and say, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like specifically, you know what really fucked me up after OG Clarence died. You feel me? Because he was like, yeah, bro, I can't come around you because you be on some wild shit. And out of nowhere, you know what I'm saying, my nigga in the grave. So that shit really fucked me up. That shit made me realize, hey, bro, you gotta switch your shit up. on everything, your parenting, how you deal with women, everything. You feel me? And then everybody know what I went through in the last year on the internet. So reason to recap that shit. But that shit also fucked me up too. You feel me? So it was no way I was gonna come into this new situation making old mistakes. To me, that's some goofy nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't about that shit. Let's keep going.
But I do think a lot of black women want to date black men, so that does make their options very.
Well, the whole world want to date black men, except for a lot of black women. Well, black women are saying that they're not fucking with black men, but
we love you.
Hold on, Anton Daniels. Now we know that's a goddamn lie, and let me tell you why I know it's a lie. It's a lie because we saw you lose your entire audience, and you lost your entire audience because Nick Fuentes did an interview with Just Pearly Things, who was associated with you at the time. And in that interview, there was an Italian woman who at the time was dating a black man. And you know what Nick Fuentes said? As the Italians, we could never accept you back into our clan ever again. You're staying. And unfortunately, he wasn't the only one that shared that sentiment. I would know this because Nick Fuentes has a channel on Twitter. Elon Musk is the only person that allows him to have a platform. But nevertheless, there's a lot of different. Cynthia G started her old intro with a white woman sitting in a car, and I'm pretty sure if I spent enough time, I could find a video. But there was a white woman in the car said, "We don't want you, right? We might have fun with you. We might smash, but if I go back to all the white people that I grew up around with you, I'm going to automatically be class lower." You know what I'm saying? And he was like, "Well, I smash a lot of white women. It don't matter. We use you for that." And again, watch out for my interracial video, the rising of interracial corn. That woman was talking nothing but truth, and I appreciate her candor. Let's continue.
God damn.
that's
Okay.
a lie. That's a lie.
All right, Anton.
Well, black men saying they don't want us either, so I guess they just saying.
Listen, the one thing that I've experienced personally.
I could use Gemini for this, but I actually noticed that when white men marry black women, those marriages last longer than black men who marry white women. This is a fact.
There's stats for this.
There's no need to challenge me on this one. That is a fact, right? But I'm not gonna dive into that now.
Right, that's not important.
And same as RM, probably the same as Brandon. And it's so funny because we all have a completely different, chick as far as the color of their skin or whatever it is they want to represent, right? And it's funny, I don't know, I'm guessing it wasn't intentional with the people that you picked, but we all represent a different type of guy as far as what a different preference, which is nothing more than a preference. And me personally, I believe that anybody should talk to anybody they want to. I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. However, I will add in that I can't tell you the amount of black women that has DM'd my wife or reached out to her in an email and was saying, "I hope you break up your marriage." I can't tell you how many black women.
I mean, with all due respect, Anton, and I do say this with all due respect. Now, a lot of y'all wasn't around, but Honey Watts was. A long time ago, I dropped a video titled "Surviving La Peef."